What's up, guys? Expel here, and I don't know if you know this, but from the title you can probably see that we are officially getting a brand new map for Blackout, which is so very exciting for me because I love Blackout more than anything in Call of Duty. It is a ton of fun. By the way, I do want to give you a quick heads up. If at any point my voice starts to go downhill, I will probably like clear my throat. But I'm going to try and edit all that out. Regardless, today I just wanted to go over pretty much as I could and what I saw within the Alcatraz trailer that we first saw on Twitter, then on the Call of Duty YouTube channel. So I stripped the video from the Call of Duty YouTube channel and I took some stills, some screenshots of what we see within the video. So I just wanted to go over all of that with you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into things and explain what's going on within this trailer. So first things first, we get our first glimpse at the whole entire map. So there's a couple of different things here. On the left-hand side, you can see more of a housing district. In the bottom left, really, you see like a big apartment building. In the top middle, you're going to see the actual prison site, the prison, I guess. And then right to the left of that, you'll see our tower, which kind of looks like a church. I'm not entirely certain what it is. To the right of the prison, you're going to see a big water tower, which is, I'm assuming on both sides of that, you'll be able to dive in to the prison, but that's for later in the video. Down at the very bottom, we see the docks. So if you've ever played, I think it's Mob of the Dead. It might be Call of the Dead. I'm not a zombies guy. It's one of those. I'm not sure. But if you ever played those, then you're gonna know that these are well, a lot of this really is just like a straight rip from the zombies map, but it's mostly just going to be close quarters. Anyway, past that to the right, we have a couple more buildings and things like that. Nothing really crazy, but it is very close quarters, which I guess they didn't really want to make a huge map. I think this would have just been a great addition to the map, just the prison, but this is probably the best way to implement it, in my opinion. So right here, I gave you guys a little bit more of a close-up on the left side of the map, just so that you could see like all the little buildings. The one in the bottom left, like a very small building. You can see the little roadway leading around the outside. I don't think there's going to be any vehicles on this map, so we'll see about that. It looks like there's a little island on the very back left-hand side, which you couldn't really see before. You can see the buildings a little bit more. It looks like on the left-hand side of the map, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, just on like the lower plane there. So we do have a lot of places for people to like camp and things like that, but I don't think it's a huge deal. We're also seeing the apartment buildings, which is what it looks like to me. I know that's not what it is, but it's gonna look like apartment buildings to me. That's just how I see it. Maybe it's a big fancy restaurant. I don't know. Regardless, that's just what I'm seeing. But past that, you can see a little bit more in the top right, which we're gonna go ahead and switch over to the middle here. In the middle, you can see more of like in this picture right here. You can see more of like the what is it called? Lighthouse. You can see more of the prison. You can see that there's like multiple layers to this map, which is really good because it gives a lot of chances for you to get high ground and things of that nature. You can see at the bottom near the docks a lot of the things going on down there, including the lift that will take you from the docks all the way up to the prison, which is super dope, to be entirely honest. I don't know how that's going to work for like gameplay, like if you're going to be able to stay alive and just shoot down on people, or people are going to shoot back, or whatever it is, but we'll see how that works out. Then here on the right hand side, you can see the very back right building, which is still kind of big, as well as the building right beside it. So we've got some pretty big buildings over there, as well as the water tower, and there's another tower on the right hand side, but I don't know how that's really going to work. It's more of a shadow for us right now, so it's hard to really tell without going into the map for more detail. It sounds So, finally getting into the gameplay, I know you do hear them say something about it being close quarters, or see it on screen, I mean. But right here you can see it's not just like close quarters, SMGs, shotguns, things like that. We're going to be able to play regular game modes on this from what I understand. It looks like it, absolutely, but I do have a little bit more in detail coming in just a minute for like the game modes and things like that I think we're going to see coming to this island, this Alcatraz island. So let's go ahead and hop to the next one. So right here we get our first look at the very bottom near the docks. As you can see, it's basically the same as it is for the zombies map that we got with the game. So it's very, very similar. It's just everything's not really locked because you're not trying to, like, you know, keep zombies in a certain area or keep you in a certain area. It's very open. They basically just removed a bunch of stuff that made it to where you couldn't get out. So now you can officially move around the map however you like, which is really, really nice. You see the ladder leading up to the building right behind, which I don't think we've been able to get up there in zombies at all. And then the steps leading up to the tram. I guess it that's probably not called a tram, but I'm gonna call it a tram. Right here, you can see them getting on to the our moving platform that's gonna take us up to the Prisoners of Azkaban, or Alcatraz, as you should probably call it. So we've got the lift right here. It's going to work the same as like an elevator, except it's going to move you all the way across. I don't know if you would be able to, like, you know, keep people from using these. It's going to be a very close quarters, very quick matches, I'm assuming. But I think it looks really nice. Let's go ahead and skip to the next frame. The next thing that we're seeing right here, someone is up in the tower in the top right. And then you have the people shooting out of the lift to the tower. So it looks like below their feet on the lift, you can see that it's like kind of see-through. So I think people can shoot through the bottom, but it's a little bit harder to shoot them like from the bottom right or the bottom left or whatever it may be. And you really can't shoot from above simply because there's not a lot of places to shoot from above. But on the right side of the map, which is what I think is interesting, and I think this is going to be a good looting spot, you can see that you can actually follow into the what would you call this? The patio of the building, and you can go on each of the different floors, I believe. So that's going to be pretty cool, especially with like grapples and things like that. So you're going to be able to get on top of buildings. I don't know if they're going to keep you from getting on top of some of the tall buildings, like this big apartment-looking building right here. And I know it's not an apartment building. Don't judge me, okay? Just give it to me, okay? Just let me call it an apartment building. It's the only way I can explain it. Regardless, let's go ahead, hop in a little bit more.
Squad redeploying.
Obviously, you just heard a little thing. I'm going to play it back for you again. Listen to this one more time.
Squad redeploying.
So what you heard there is redeployment. There's going to be redeployment. It looks like the player's already on the ground, got a gun. You can see people coming in from the sky. So we are going to have different modes being able to be played in this. I don't know how they're going to introduce the servers for everything because it's got to be a lot of stuff on the back end. But as you can see, people are coming in from the sky. So we're going to have a lot of like redeployment modes. But I don't know what specific redeployment mode this is. It's obviously not close quarters because we have ARs. So I don't know what exactly it could be. But maybe we'll see another 2.0 mode coming out pretty soon.
Good as new.
Got you.
Next, I just wanted to go ahead and give you a close-up on this broken down building here. I don't know exactly what part of the map this is on, to be entirely honest, but it's a pretty cool part of the map that you can't see from the very original photo. So I think it's on the back side of the Alcatraz island that we didn't see in the original still that I showed you earlier. So I just wanted to show it off to you because this is really like one of the only times that you see this within the trailer is this back side with another character like shooting up with the sniper and then this other person up top getting sniped. So there's that. Next, we're gonna get a close-up on the Sparrow from Outrider being used on a ruined character. He's shooting down on somebody, so that's pretty dope. So that is gonna be introduced into this, and since it only comes from supply drops, we can bet your bottom dollar that we're gonna have supply drops in this as well. Here we see where the sparrow actually hit the player down below. He's diving in. You can see he's diving halfway through the storm. So I don't know if the storm's going to do more damage because it's like a smaller map. If this is just going to be like a really quick map for quick games and things like that, that would be super dope. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just entirely curious as to how that's going to work. But he is just like flying down on top of this character. You're going to see him run in just a second. So let's check that out.
You have a nice day.
So he ran across the building and jumped down into the prison. So I'm assuming that you can jump from the very top into the inside of the prison. And then he drops down in front of this guy that's got the purifier. I guess the guy ran out of the purifier. I don't know, but he's not killing him. So it's just kind of like an awkward thing. And he puts up his arms. He's like, oh, please don't kill me, brother. Please don't kill me. And then right here, we get our first glimpse of the zombies on the map, because this is like a zombies base map. We're going to see a lot more zombies things throughout the trailer and throughout the gameplay that we're going to get tomorrow on the 2nd. But right here, we see Nikolai with a Bowie knife walking right past this zombie right here. And then he's going to jump down and get a little action. Next thing we're seeing is a little bit more of the gunfights within the prison. I just wanted to break this down a little bit more so that you guys could see it. I know it moves really fast throughout the trailer, so I wanted to give you a little bit of like, you know, frame by frame in this so that you can see like what's going on, because a lot of people don't have the means to just go click, click, click like within like Premiere or something like that. So we can see more fights throughout the prison cells. It looks like all the prison cells are closed, so you're going to be having to stay on the outside. That really keeps it from like having people that are camping, which is really good. Thank God, Treyarch. And then here you can see again another fight, but it looks like someone with the Molotov or flamethrowers on the backside on Broadway. And then you can see the player with the MX-9 using the John Doe outfit, which is going to be really annoying, mind you, in this game mode. And then we also have Woods shooting across to other people, so they're kind of like in a gunfight both ways, which is pretty cool. But they could have just like ran out before this happened. Whatever, you know, I'm just saying, you know. Here we have another gunfight throughout the prison cells. We just saw a rocket run by and some guy went down. But you can see like the rocket going all the way across in the very back there. And a lot of players. So we are going to have quads. Obviously, this is like solo, duo, quads. I'm assuming is going to be in this. But as you can see, player 1, 2, 3, 4 up on top. You can see the 4th player hiding. Right here, you can see a couple of players running from some zombies. In just a second, we're going to see a nice little corner camper chilling, waiting for the zombies to come through so that they can blow them up. Let's go ahead and check that out. And here we've got Takio with a foot in front of his face. Sorry about that, guys. But he is sitting with a mesh mine, waiting for the other zombies to come through. So he's going to throw the mesh mine in just a second and blow them up. But again, this is one of those spots where I'm curious as to whether or not you could see around the corner to see if he was camping in the corner. So we are still going to have a lot of corner camping spots, especially with a smaller map. People are going to kind of be scared, so they're going to find corners to camp in. So I don't know how that's going to go, but we'll see. Right here, we get a quick still of the replacer on the other side of a cell. So I don't know how this is working or how they got this image, whether or not it was like, you know, a theater mode kind of thing where they just kind of took the picture from inside the cell and you can't really get on the inside of the cell or what. But it looks like he's on the other side of like a cell wall. I'm not sure what this means for the map or whether or not you can like, you know, cell to cell, shoot to a different person. I'm not sure. But it looks like this would be one of those things to where you could shoot through the cell to shoot somebody else, right? Next, we get a quick look at the corridors here with the circle coming in and a Scarlet character just hit the ground because bullets flying hit her. But I'm assuming a lot of the time we're going to see a lot of circles coming in on the prisons, so you're going to kind of get screwed by the corridors and things like that. Or, you know, another player is going to be waiting for you to come around the corridor or the corner of the corridor, and it might get a little weird with people just camping in the center of the circle at all times, but I don't know. We'll see how that one works out. I think there's going to be a lot of camping in this map just because, like, it's so small, people are going to sit in corners because they're scared to run into other players. And then last but not least, our last still here, we're going to see the prison yard. just a little bit. You're going to see a little bit more in just a second, a very quick glimpse. It's a very large open area, but it is the prison yard. It's very open. There's nothing really for cover, so if you get in this area, I'm assuming you're just going to kind of have to go for the fight, no matter what. But in the top right corner, you can see a little bit of the tower that they're probably going to be able to get up to and shoot down on you from. Either way, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If this helped you, if you're excited about the new Alcatraz map, absolutely drop the video a like, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video or live stream, which you're going to see a live stream later tonight. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to live stream all the way up until the Alcatraz drop. So we're going to play a little Alcatraz tomorrow, which is very, very exciting. But either way, thanks so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.